24 hours without food. It does lower the morale.
Somehow in the daylight, everything seems different.
You mustn't forget that there's a dangerous homicidal lunatic loose on this island.
Why is it one doesn't feel jittery about it anymore?
Because we now know without any possible doubt who it can be. Right? Blore?
That's right.
It was the uncertainty of them, staring at each other, wondering which.
I said it all along, it was Dr. Armstrong.
You did, my sweet, you did. Until, of course, you went completely bad and suspected us all.
It does seem rather silly in the light of day.
Very silly.
Allowing it is Armstrong. What's happened to her?
We know what she wants us to think has happened to her.
What exactly did you find?
One shoe. Just one shoe sitting prettily on the cliff edge. Inference. Dr. Armstrong went completely off-road and committed suicide.
All very circumstantial. Even down to one little china figurine over there in the doorway.
I think that was rather overdoing it. The person wouldn't think of doing that she was going to drown herself.
Quite certain. But we're fairly sure she didn't commit suicide. But she has made it as though she was the seventh victim, according to plan.
Supposing she really is dead.
I'm a bit suspicious of deaths without bodies.
How extraordinary. How extraordinary. There are 5 dead bodies in there. And here we've been eating 10 times.
The delightful feminine disregard for facts. There are 6 dead bodies, and they are all not in there.
No, she's right. There are only 5.
What about Mrs. Rogers?
I've counted her. She makes the 5th.
Now look here. Angela Marston 1, Mrs. Rogers 2, Gerald MacKenzie 3, Rogers 4, and Leung 5, Wargrave 6.
7, 8, 9, Armstrong 10. Oh, you're right, sorry.
Didn't you think it would be an idea we shoved Mrs. Rogers in the morgue too?
I am a detective, not an undertaker.
For heaven's sake, stop talking about bodies. The point is, Armstrong murdered them.
We should have realized it was Armstrong straight away.
But how did Armstrong get hold of her revolver?
I haven't the slightest idea then.
What exactly happened in the night?
Well, after you threw a fit of hysterics and locked yourself in your room, we all thought we'd better get to bed.
So we all went to bed and locked ourselves in our rooms.
About an hour later, I had someone pass my door. That's when I knocked out and went out and knocked on Blore's door. He was there all right. Then I knocked on Armstrong's. It was empty. That's when I knocked on your door and told you to sit tight, whatever happened. Then I came down here. The window to the balcony was open, and my revolver lying just beside it.
But why the devil should Armstrong chuck that revolver away?
Don't ask me. Either an accident or she's crazy.
What do you think she is?
Lurking somewhere here on this island, waiting to have a crack at one of us.
We ought to search the house.
What, and walk into an ambush?
I never thought of that.
Are you quite sure you heard no one after we went out?
I imagined all sorts of things. But nothing short of setting the house on fire got me to unlock my door.
See, she's thoroughly suspicious, that's all.
What are we going to do? We need to do something.
Well, if you ask me, do nothing. Sit tight and take no risks.
I want to go after that woman.
But a dog of the bulldog breed you are. By the way, between friends and without prejudice, you did go in for that little spot of perjury, didn't you?
Well, I suppose it doesn't make any odds now. Landlord was innocent, all right. The game squared me, and together we got to put away for the stretch. Mind you, I wouldn't be telling you now.
What? That's we're all in the same boat.
Well, I couldn't confess in front of Mr. Justice Wargrave, could I?
No, hardly.
I say, that fellow Cecilia, do you think he really was innocent?
I'm quite sure of it. Wargrave had a reason for wanting him out of the way. Well, Blore, I'm delighted to see you come off your virtuous perch. I hope you had a kind vision.
Nothing like what I've done. They are mean lot, that Benny Lane. I got my promotion, though.
And landlord got penal service who didn't die in jail.
I couldn't have known he was going to die, could I?
No, that was your bad luck.
His, you mean?
Yours too. Because as a result of that fact, your life may be cut short and pleasantly soon.
What? Me? By Armstrong?
Yes,
I'll watch it.
you'll have to. Remember, there are only 3 little Indians here.
Well, what about you?
I shall be quite all right, thank you. I've been in some tight situations before, and I've gone now. And I mean to get out of this. Besides, I've got a revolver.
Yes, that's a revolver. You say you found it lying out there. What's to prove you haven't had it the whole time?
Same old gramophone record. No room in your head for more than one idea at a time, is there, Lord?
No, but it's a good idea.
And you're sticking to it.
And I would have thought of a better story than that if I were you.
I just wanted something simple that a policeman could understand.
What is wrong with the police?
Nothing. Now that you first, of course.
Look here, if you're an honest man, you should pretend.
Oh, come on! We're not honest.
You ought to do the square thing and shut that revolver down there.
Don't be an ass!
Look here. You say no. I said I will go through the house looking for it. Looking for Armstrong.
Yes.
If I do that, will you lend me that revolver?
No! I won't! It's my revolver. I want to see to it.
And do you know what I'm beginning to think?
You're not beginning to think it, you square-headed flatty. You thought it last night. I'm the one and only Mr. UN no. Is that it?
I wouldn't say no to that.
Well, think what you damn well please. But I want you.
You both behave like a pair of children.
Sorry, teacher.
Of course, Captain Lombard isn't the unknown. The unknown owner is Dr. Armstrong. I'll tell you one very good proof of it.
Oh, what?
Think of the Rhine. 4 little Indians sailing up to sea. A red herring is number 1, then number 3. Don't you see the subtlety of it? A red herring. That's Armstrong's pretended suicide. It's only a red herring, so really she isn't dead.
That is very ingenious.
To my mind, absolute proof. You see, it's all mad because she's mad. She takes an odd, childish sort of pleasure in sticking to the rhyme, making sure everything happens that way. Dressing up the judge, killing Rogers when he was out chopping sticks, and using a hypodermic on his friend when she might have just struck her. She's got to make it all fit in.
And that might give us a point. Where do we go from here? 3 little Indians walking in the zoo. A big bear hugged one, and then there were 2. Well, she's gonna have a hard time with that one. There's no zoo on this island. What do you say to a nice bottle of beer, Mr. Lombard?
Do you stop thinking about your stomach, Lord? This craving for food and drink will be your undoing.
But there's plenty of beer in the kitchen.
Yes. And if anyone wanted to get rid of you, the first place thinking of putting a lethal dose would be in a nice bottle of beer.
What's that? A post! It's a post! Oh my God!
Blore's got his.
How?
A booby trap all set. Why across the door touched something above from the landing.
Is he?
Yes. Head stoken, a great bronze bear holding the clock from the landing.
A bear? Oh, God! This is awful childishness.
I know. Gosh, what a fool Blore was.
Now there are 2.
Yes, Vera. We'll have to be very careful of ourselves.
Don't you feel that there's someone in this room watching us? Watching and waiting?
That's just nerves.
Do you feel it?
No, I don't.
Please, Philip, let's get out of this house. Anywhere. Perhaps they'll see us.
All right. We'll go to the far right side of the island. It's sheer cliff on the other side. And we can see if anyone approaches from the house.
Anything's better than staying here.
Wouldn't you be rather cold in that dress?
I'd be colder if I were dead.
Perhaps you're right. A quick reconnaissance.
Be careful, Philip, please.
Don't worry. Not roll. There's no window directly above. Hello.